go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ecamm Network News, where you stay up to date on what's happening in the Ecamm Life community and Ecamm families. My name is Anna Hill.
And I'm Fuljens Henry. Good evening, everyone.
And today is, October 11th, 2021, and we're still in retrograde. For those of you who are following it. So today for you, we have a People Video recap, really short, because you guys have been following the POV streams, right? So that's awesome. And we have the members of the month, Fuljens.
Mm-hmm.
We have family dinner.
It's been a while. It's been a while. Yes. And of course, we have Adrian Salisbury to announce the opening of Ecamm Live Academy, which opened today.
That is right. Registration opened today, and you guys are going to hear and learn everything about the Ecamm Life Academy and why it is so amazing and such a great investment. So, without further ado, we're going to talk about People of Video recap. You guys, listen. It was amazing. First of all, actually, you guys, I have to do a huge shout out to my partner, my bestie, Fuljens Henry, because we resolved a lot of things as we were, trying to do it, as you guys know, streaming live from our studio, which is a controlled environment as much as we can, and streaming live on location are two different beasts, Fuljens, right?
Yeah. Two different beasts, but and the feeling is mutual. So the shout out goes back to you because we did it. We had a few hiccups in the beginning, but we learn lessons right away as we go along, and that's good, right? Because it's good to just learn things on the fly and adapt and adjust so quickly,
Yes.
And we did an amazing job, and that's not something to brag about. This was just. Man, we are definitely gonna dedicate another show to just unpack everything, right?
Yes.
But
Yeah. We're gonna come with Katie.
Ever
Katie and Doc.
this experience. Yeah.
For sure. And you guys, and another shout out goes to Ecamm Life. I mean, we know Ecamm Life is amazing, but seeing it perform for us live and all the stress we put on it was amazing. And I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna just say it right out. If you need any question, if you have any questions regarding preview mode, please contact Fuljens Henry. Because you guys, I'm telling you, Fuljens, lock your inbox. No, for real, you guys. Fuljens, I think you have preview mode pretty down. I was just there doing a rah-rah. You can do this, yes. And I'm inside of me, I'm oh Lord, have mercy, please. But you did it. It was great. So shout out to you if anybody has.
How about please don't have any issues where you need the preview mode to contact me.
Listen, but the thing is that when you are live on production and you are producing, a large event, I want to call it, right? Things will happen. There will be some changes that are going to happen. This is where Ecamm came through. There were some changes, and we had to use preview mode when we were live, and it performed really well. So we had ourselves prepare as much as we could, but when the variables came in, we did well, and you just handled preview mode like a pro. So
thank you.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you guys. And then also, yes, a shout out to Dan Carrier. You guys, it was an amazing conference. You guys can sign up now because there is a 50% or a discount. There's a discount going on right now. If you go to People of Video for 2022, you can get early bird ticket. It is amazing. It was a great conference. We're gonna have more on it, and you guys can check out the recap that we did on day 1 and day 2 about it.
There's just so much to unpack. For People of Video. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and shout out to, of course, Katie, you guys. Katie, you all know Katie. Katie Fox, the Ecamm Network marketing director. we were having, a little thumb. And when she will come over and she will be like, you guys are doing great. We'll be like, yes, awesome. So we can handle this.
Katie comes through with the pep talk.
She comes in and we're like, yes, yes, yes. So it's amazing having a community that believes in you, right? From all those little times. So it's just amazing. So thank you so much for all of you guys for.
And also like a big thank you goes to Paul Duncan.
Jesus
right?
Lord. Yes.
Paul Duncan did not have to buy a ticket to go into the go into the paywall and monitor our stream and moderate our stream, but he did. And he was so helpful. Helpful. There were things that we may have overlooked because we're trying to manage a live stream like in person and trying to co-host a show, trying to produce everything at the same time. Right? And Paul Duncan came through. Thank you so much.
Paul, listen, I mean, like, we have no ways to thank you. There's just no way. You were amazing. And that's the importance of having moderators for help you out. Because we, like Fuljens just said, we're in it. And some things might be missed, and the moderator will be like, hey, you guys. Yeah. So it was amazing. But before we go into our next segment, let's check out some comments, Fuljens. I'm going to pull them up, and you go, oh, look at Speaking of.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. Paul always comes through. Because, somebody said, I'm not going to mention your name. Somebody just said hi to Anna, and I didn't get a hi, but Paul, thank you.
Oh, listen. Hi, Fuljens. How are you? Oh, we have Rafael. Hey, we have Sammy. We have We have Carmen. Hey, Carmen. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, it was so good to meet Carmen.
It was so great to meet Carmen, to meet the family. Hey, Steve. What's going on?
Thank you.
Thank you so much. This means a lot to us, for real, you guys, for real. Yes, it was fun meeting. It was really fun and awesome meeting you too, Sammy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The old kick Doc. You know what? Listen, Doc was amazing. Doc was another one who, first of all, his support was great. His support is always his pep talks, everything. They're just great. His, oh my gosh, Fuljens,
You know what's so interesting, right? Like, because we're gonna keep saying this over and over again, but like when you meet these people that you've been seeing online almost every day, every week, and they're bringing their authenticity online every day, every week, and you meet them in person, it's the same exact person. There's nothing different. There's nothing behind the scenes. Like, for instance, Doc is Doc. And it's just like, I just have like a special connection with Doc, right? Because like he is like the person that like really brought me into this community, right? And I felt like I was with my long lost older brother, right? It's just like meant to be.
It was great.
Even like Lewis, right? So Lewis came through. I just felt like I just seen like my boy I haven't just seen in a minute, right? It was just like instant. There's no awkwardness. There's no awkward silence. Like, everything just felt so organic and so natural. Like it was just meant to be.
Yes. It was amazing. Meaning Katie, everyone was just like, hey, you guys, when you haven't seen, like Fuljens just said, you haven't seen a family member or a really good high school friend or something, right? For a long time. And then you see them, you're like, hey, hello. It was like that. It was so organic, you guys. You guys have to make people a video. And Fuljens, I don't know, but I'm a little like, because next year, people the video is going to be bigger. And this year was very intimate. So you were able to kind of.
We just make sure, like, if it's bigger because we're bringing more of our Ecamm fam there.
That is true. You know what? Yes. That's it.
What's up, Bradley?
And so, hey, Bradley. So you know what? Look at all Jennings. Yes. Just contact Fuljens Henry. He has preview mode down pat. When I tell you like the things that we had to do, I was like, you know what, Fuljens? I will concentrate on the music and the graphics and the interview. Go for preview mode. And just like, it was amazing, you guys. It was great. Preview mode performed. And yes, Carmen, I agree. Katie is supportive. It just, yeah. Oh, yeah. And yes, Eliseo Paul he did great.
For real.
Yes, he did great.
For real.
And look at for you, Fuljens.
And look, that's a perfect example of Paul, right? Q in front of the comment, otherwise it's just a comment.
Right. And look at, oh my goodness, safe drive, mister. So you're not
Yes,
watching us,
Lois.
you're just hearing us. So that's awesome. You safe drive, safe travels, and then hello to baby boy. And
Yes.
Bradley, hey, hey, hey. Okay, so you guys, all right. So we have a huge shout out, another huge shout out to the members of the month. So here we go. You guys enjoy because I mean, without these, I'm telling you, without members of the month and the things that they do in the Ecamm Live group and community and the beta community is right, Fulgence is
Absolutely.
is amazing. So you guys,
Yeah.
here we go. Congratulations, everyone. Congratulations. You guys did amazing. Thank you so much for being such great team members.
Absolutely.
And of
Absolutely.
course, Paul, I mean, like, we just biased Paul, right? Like, thank you so much.
But we see Kim there too. Kim was an amazing moderator of For Leap Into Live, right?
For
So it's
sure.
just like, as Paul said, like we're a team, man, and we work together so well, and the people that weren't there for POV, like I really hope we can all connect in person too, because like there's just nothing like it, and we talk about like the gift of being virtual and connecting virtual because otherwise we wouldn't be here as a result,
Right.
but just like when you actually meet that person like in person, it's just like it seals the deal.
For
It just
sure.
seals the deal.
Yeah.
It just solidifies. It's like it just solidifies the connection that we already had.
Yeah, and in the community when we're, Daquin and with Diana, and yes, going to
Albert's.
who was it? Albert. Yeah,
Mhm,
Albert.
mhm.
Listen, yes, it was amazing, and it is her presentation and what she went through. A summarized version is in the virtual access pass, people of video that
Mhm.
you can access it that way. It was amazing, and we hear Miss D all the time, but seeing her on stage, we had to go live. And we were at her presentation and we like, oh my gosh, Fulgence, we have to go. It
Right.
was that good.
It was that good. And also, Miss D was having her own conference within the conference, like a series of conferences within the conference, if you know what I mean, right? So aside from her presentation, like we learned so much from her past experiences and just like gems that she had to share throughout the days. Like, cause like I really miss Miss D. I miss Miss D right now. Like it was so good to hang out with her,
For
right? And
real,
we
for
and we
real.
also learned that like as a content creator, you can create content out of anything. Like D had podcasts for days on her IG, right?
Like we
It might
have to
not be
make
too
sure,
late to check out those
right?
stories.
We have to make sure that we were always looking good. Like sometimes we're looking down at our phones and our faces are looking a little weird,
Let me
right?
tell you
So we
something.
we have to make
Right,
sure that our faces were looking good because Miss D will come like Fulgence.
right. So you see Miss D coming down the hall, all you see is this. She's coming with a phone. She's coming either with a phone or a ZVE10 recording something. I really want to
Right.
see. I really want to see. D got content for days right now.
For sure. And Bradley, we would absolutely love to
Facts.
have you as a guest. We
Facts.
will arrange that for sure. So that is awesome.
Facts.
Definitely. Definitely. So, okay. So we have one more thing actually, because we have a winner for Katie.
Katie Simpson.
Yes, family dinner winner is Katie Simpson, you guys. And what do we have to do? What do you have to do to win? And what do you win? Fulgence?
Right. So, take a step back. So for this month's family dinner challenge to show us your lighting setup, we are going to share a Google Drive link in the comments on all the platforms that we're streaming right now, right? Show us your lighting setup. Show us like what you have as your lighting, and also show us a picture or a screenshot of your lighting itself, right? Like of like how it's lighting you, right? The end product, right?
Yes.
And we will select one winner every week on ENN for family dinner. And if you win family dinner, you'll win a seat at the table with Ecamm family experts, other content creators, as well as a DoorDash gift card. So for it's family dinner after all, so you got to eat, right? And
show
you win
your yes.
this amazing Ecamm fam pint glass, right? Which we finally have.
Yes, right. We finally have it. It's great. Thank you so much, Katie. We finally have it. We're like, yes, we have it. So we are going to be posting the picture of the winner for the lighting setup. So you guys, it doesn't have to be an elaborate lighting setup. It could be whatever it is. So we will show you the lighting setup that the winner, Katie Simpson, we will show it to you. We'll post it in the community so you can see it. But Fuljens is going to add the link so that you guys can submit your lighting setup. Yes, for week two. It doesn't not have to be elaborate. Like Katie, as you guys will see, has just 2 lights right next to her, and she has a ring light. Simple. And then the next thing is Fuljens, right? We want the picture of you being lit. So take a picture of your lighting setup and then a picture of you and how the light shows.
Absolutely. So you can see
it. Okay, so we're going to
and one more thing. Make sure you label your screenshots or your photos with your name so we know who you are if we want to announce you as the winner. Very important.
Yes, because there's some competition going on. There's some competition going on, and that Google Drive is something. That Google Drive is something, you guys. But hey, David. Yes, congratulations to Katie. And we go, see, I love it. People, our community, you guys are great. You guys are so amazing. I love it. And we have Adrian coming up soon. But before then, you guys, I think you guys knew, but we're just going to mention it again. Today is Canadian Thanksgiving. So give it up in the chat for all of our Canadian friends who had Thanksgiving today, either Thanksgiving dinner or are gonna have Thanksgiving dinner, and they're just watching us from their couch stuffed.
Right. And let us know what your side dish was. I would like to know that, right? Because what's Thanksgiving without side dishes?
Right. What is? Speaking of not really side dishes, but you guys, another did you know is, and I want all of you guys to give a shout out to the following person that I'm going to mention, because his birthday is next week. And this person is Fuljens Henry. Got you, buddy. Fuljens' birthday is next week, you guys. So just make sure you join us because we're going to have a fun celebration. If you remember, we had my birthday on, we streamed my birthday. That was pretty fun. So let's see what's going to happen on Fuljens' birthday.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm finally turning 21, Paul.
Here we go. No, Paul, what's going on? Okay. You know what? I ate spaghetti with a spoon the other day, so I'm elevating my game. Okay.
Oh, and she ate it in front of Doc and Diana and Louis. And
they didn't even notice that. They just accepted me for who I am. So that's it.
Doc was too busy enjoying his dirty martini.
Dirty martinis are live. I'm telling you, they're live. So in Canada, we're having little roast chickens, roast potatoes, and strawberry rhubarb. Ooh.
Very nice.
Yes. And the chicken, you know what? That's a good dinner right now because I don't like turkey. Sorry. I don't like turkey. But you guys, yes. So Fuljens, what do you say? Let me see. One more thing. Side dishes, corn, sweet potato, and squash. Anthony, yes. Enjoy. Hope it was so good. Did you cook, Anthony? Or is that your microwave dinner? So you guys,
bellies are full.
Before we go to the next segment, I would like to know in the chat, how many of you are new to Ecamm Live? How many of you are new, just either thinking about getting Ecamm Live or just purchasing or are new? I just want to know that because it's relevant to our next segment, you guys. So I want to see it in the comments. And this is when it will be amazing to have a song while they send that. Here we go. So you're finally turning 21. Yes, Fuljens, you are. Here we go. Yes, ham and turkey.
David said he's new.
Yeah, David. Okay, sure. I've been using Ecamm Live for a few months now. Yes, okay. Moody, okay, he's new and considering getting. Yes, okay. This next segment, Moody, it's going to be relevant to that. So you're going to enjoy this mode. Okay, so who else? Let's just keep going. All right, Mike, let's see. Mike is talking about side dishes. Let's continue. Side dish for Canadian Thanksgiving, sweet potatoes with a maple syrup drizzle. You know, that sounds good. Do you put apples in it? Because here, my family puts apples in there. I'm not too keen of that, but yeah. Look at this.
You got Adrian up late. That's
yes,
funny.
we do, Al. Yes, we do. Okay, so you could. Okay, that's nice. That's very nice.
Should we give Paul the Ecamm booth, our Ecamm live booth answer?
Go for it, Fuljens.
Well, I think we do it together, or you just want me to just give him the whole rundown. Okay. Ecamm Live is the #1 live streaming and video production software for Mac. For more information, visit www.ecamm.live.
Look at that. Look at him. And not only for live streaming, but you can also pre-record your content with it. And not only can you pre-record your content, but you can arrange your streams where you can just stream or pre-record to post. So you can add all your graphics in it, create it inside of Ecamm. You can add all your call to actions that when you are done with a pre-recorded session, you can just post it if that's what you planned for. That is how powerful Ecamm Live is. Hands down.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm new to your show, but not new to the product. Having engaged since January, DocRack finally converted me. Yes. Okay. DocRack has the power, you guys.
Right.
That power.
Not
So let me
converting.
see. Oh my gosh, I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Fuljens, go for it.
Miss Washington. I love Ecamm Live, but saving for that Mac. Okay.
Yeah, we can. There are places where we can get used Macs, and they worked really well. So yes. Okay, here we go. Okay, I bought a Mac Mini just to test Ecamm Live. Really, just to test it? You guys, okay.
Very nice.
Yes. Look at you. Oh, hey, Corlin. Hi, welcome
We missed you
back.
too.
We missed you too. Oh my gosh, nice seeing you back. All right, guys. So you know what? Without further ado, we're going to go over all of this. And for you who are new to Ecamm Live, who are thinking about Ecamm Live, this next segment might be of really great interest to you. So pay attention. Any questions that you have, this next segment is pre-recorded. However, Adrian is in the chat and he will be able to answer some questions for you. And if he doesn't get to them, he will come back and answer them tomorrow. We will also be on the chat. So without further ado, Adrian Salisbury. Hi, how are you? Welcome to Ecamm Network News. We're so excited to have you here.
That's great to be here. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, of course. Adrian, we have so many questions for you. But before we get started, how about you share a brief introduction, a brief background of who Adrian is?
Yeah, okay, certainly. Well, much like yourself, a photographer is my background. I've been a photographer for about 15, 17 years. Shifted online, expecting to create an online course about photography. I had a whole load of people going, your video looks really good, how are you doing that? And I very quickly kind of thought, oh, there's an interest over here, and I made my Pro Video Academy, which is my core product. And then as you're seeing here, the Ecamm Live Academy really came off the back of that I'm saying, okay, we've got people now that can show up looking professional on video. We need to help them get out there and start live streaming. And I fell in love with Ecamm. And it seemed a really good fit to me that we could actually create this academy. So I actually reached out to Glenn to come on and do an interview with me. And during that call, we kind of went, oh, there's a fit here, because we've been looking at some training videos, and I was wanting to make some videos for my YouTube channel initially. And it just seemed like a perfect fit, actually, that we could help out and create this course.
That is amazing, and a way to listen to your audience, because you went in as a photographer and then you recognize like video, and you already had them there. You guys,
totally.
Take note. Note.
Right.
Yeah, and you have more than one academy, right? I didn't know that. You have many academies.
We do, and it all comes out of the same thing, really, this same idea, really, of going, okay, we've got customers here that now are getting good on video and are saying, all right, what's next for us? And we've definitely found YouTube has been our biggest feed for customers. It's been how we've got in front of people. And I was just seeing time and again customers saying to us, or I'm talking to a new customer and I'll say, how did you find out about us? And they'd say, oh, that YouTube video that you did. And so we sort of, enough people said this that we went, it's a bit like, again, being responsive to our audience. And we went, we need to help other people to do this, because this, people are spending a fortune on Facebook ads and things like this. And actually we're going, you can have this free shop window over here on YouTube. So again, created this YouTube Academy. Then people said, we love the way you do your courses. We went, let's teach people how to do that. And we use Kajabi, so we created this Kajabi Academy. So all of a sudden, we've got these 4 academies now, all really come out of that place of helping and serving our customers and trying to just give them, telling them what we do at the end of the day. There it is. Yep.
Let's go back. Yeah.
So they all run slightly differently. The Ecamm and the YouTube ones are more alike in that they are like pop-up boot camps that happen several times a year. The Pro Video, the Kajabi are ones that are open all year round. So we're mixing it up a bit and trying different things. But I never like having to say no, I can't help you to somebody, And I think, well, if it's about what I'm using, the tools I'm using, what we find is working for us, then I'm like, we can create an academy out of this.
Right? I mean, that's great. That is listening to your audience and going for it. And you already have all the tools. The only thing you already know what you're doing. So the only thing is just creating the course, which you are a master of it. As we have heard many testimonials on ENN last week, a lot of people kept mentioning how great of a teacher you are.
Absolutely.
So yes. So we cannot wait to talk more about the academy and to actually experience the academy from, we're really, yes. So we're really excited. So, so let's talk about the academy, Adrian. Let's talk about it.
Absolutely.
When does it open? Let's first say, when does the academy open? When does registration open?
So registration is open today. So you can head now to, as it says there, ecammliveacademy.com and sign up over there. The actual training itself starts on a week today, Monday the 18th, and it's a 2-week boot camp. The way it works, and fun fact, we never expected it to work like this. I was talking to Kate. Katie had only recently joined at the time, back in 2 years ago. We were just talking about this kind of August 2 years ago, and we ran our first one October 2019. And,
wow! Okay.
The idea was it would be an evergreen course, like most online courses are. But we went, I want to run it through with live people first and test it out. Does this work? Does day one's training work? Let's get some feedback. We ran it as this live event. And we got so much praise and good feedback about we love the fact that it works. We're working alongside other people and we've made some really good friends here. And we went, this wouldn't work if it was just an online course. So we made the decision at that point to say, and I remember talking to Katie and going, I think we need to leave this as a live event and we'll just run it several times a year. Little did we know at that point that COVID was just around the corner. And talk about being in the right place at the right time. We just created this training for Ecamm to really help anyone get started and go through it. Ecamm suddenly became the most popular thing on the internet while everybody needed to be able to live stream. The two just fitted together perfectly, and we were at May of that year, we were actually kind of doing back-to-back academies. We got to the end and we went, right, give us a week. We'd already got about 300 people on the wait list for the next one, and we went, let's just do it next week. Let's get going. And it was incredible as a season, really, and people from all backgrounds, churches, businesses, fitness instructors, everyone coming together and using this incredible tool that we all love.
It is great. Oh my gosh, Adrian. And since 2019, you have had over, 1,500 or
we're just short of 1,500. Probably by the time this is live now, it's 1,500. Yeah, we're just kind
this is amazing.
It has been, and I love it. And it's, to me, I look and I say, how cool is that we've served that many people? And it's the knock-on of that. And we've had so many, I think, being in this entrepreneurial space, while a lot of people have looked, and it's, you can see all the negative of what this lockdown's been. There's been a lot of folk who have said, do you know what? I've been meaning to get round to this, and this has forced me to do it. Or I've suddenly found myself at home. Why don't I join a course and learn this new thing? Or I've got to show up in live stream. Our church suddenly needs to be able to go online. And I love, actually, as I look back at a list of customers' names and think, yeah, this has changed their life. People have literally said, this has changed my life. Alicia Wade said it actually on his testimonial there, that this actually kind of saved him through COVID, and he's come out the other side of it with a completely different business than what he came in. I think fantastic. It's lovely to think you've been part in that journey for people.
Yeah, and it definitely must feel amazing to see your students just, take on. And it's like, oh, there's my child, like there
I know, you do, don't you? Yeah, I'm so proud. Just like a proud parent at a
right. Right. So, I mean,
I realised I went off on a bit of a tangent there. You were asking me about the academy and the program.
Yes, you answered a lot of great things. Your story was great. Yes, the story was great. Yeah. So let's just take it back. Let's just take it with, who is the academy for?
Yeah, really everybody on Ecamm, and we've had folk that have at the start at the Ecamm have gone, okay, I've been looking around at this. I'm still on a trial. I haven't downloaded it yet, actually, or just downloaded it. Haven't used it yet. They've come in. And we go from that right up to experienced users who would say they're competent, they absolutely know how to use this confidently, they set their scenes and things, and they also have come through it and gone, yeah, I didn't know that. and Anna, you would know this as a photographer, that there are things we all do it our own way, or maybe editing, and you could watch somebody else and go, oh, I hadn't thought of that. So it really does fit, and we go from... and I don't frustrate, but we start on day one and we drip the training out. So you don't get all the videos straight away. I say, right, day one, we're going to go through the basics of this. And so we're literally, for some, unboxing it, having a first look around. Let's go around the navigation. Let's see what all these different symbols and icons do. We do talk about overlays. As you know, some amazing overlay features in here now. We do go through the overlays and spell all that out, all the different ways you can use it. And right on day one, I say, I want you to go live. But what we do is, and I'm holding, this is what I say about frustrating, I'm holding people back and saying, even if you're able to go past this, I want you to go live just to yourself, and then I want you to grab your phone, comment back to yourself, and have a little play around with stylizing those, the overlay, the way those comments come in. Get used to the delay that is there, because a lot of people have never seen that because they've never actually gone live to themselves. So it's really useful to just make yourself go back to the absolute basics. So that's kind
Adrian,
of where
yes, that is a great idea, Adrian, because when we see ourselves and when we see the overlays, because the overlays look to us a different way, because first of all, we design it in the biggest screen, right? And then second of all, we are looking for it we're forced to look into it when we're guided to it. So that is a great technique. Adrian, I cannot wait.
First comment don't you? You need that first comment come through to be able to go,
Yes.
oh, let me just change the background and the font. And so you can do that to yourself and have a play around with that and come up with a style, decide where you want, and now kind of flying in from different places. And yeah, you're right. I think that's been something that so many have said hadn't appreciated. There was that kind of 10, 20-second delay potentially. And then it gets into this conversation of, okay, well, how do you deal with that? You know, you don't ask a question and then go, oh no, no one's answering me. You know, you accept and you know that there is going to be a delay. So you talk a bit to fill in until that first comment comes in. And so this is all it's stuff, really the magic of the Academy. Yes, we do this training, we drip it across 5 days. The magic really is in the community and people that are forced to be on the same days with each other. And we get on a live every day. So I release these videos out. I come on a live at 5 p.m., which is 12 p.m. Eastern time every day. And it's more a Q&A. It's like, okay, your videos have just gone out. Go and work through it. I'll come on again tomorrow and we'll see how you got on. And it's you'll see, you know, we get a very good turnout on the lives. It's a massive chat that's constantly going, and it's like, okay, right, yep, got that one. Okay, let's answer this. And people love it. You know, it's just I've heard people saying, you know, you create safe spaces in your academies, and that's what I'm trying to do. You know, it's not the amount of folk and we've had people come through multiple times that said, I actually came through your last academy, but I just couldn't hit that go live button. So this time, I know all the theory, but I am going to go live. And you realize what a huge stress this is for people to actually hit that go live.
Oh, yes.
So you're in a space where you're going, all right, I'm paying to be in here. I've got this training. Come on, I can do this. Everyone, and you see other people that are all, bless them, you can just feel the trembling in their voice for some of them going live the first time. By the end of 2 weeks, they're going, I love this. You know, I'm getting this. I've got some really good feedback, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, and on top of that, on that little one, you're also teaching them how they could go live for themselves, right? Without anybody else seeing it, so they can do it all the time. They can keep practicing. So that oh my gosh, I love it, Adrian. That's great. And
it's the recording as well. It's not even just the live streaming. There's a big chunk of them that just want to use it for recording videos rather than having to mess around with memory cards in your cameras or podcasts or whatever else it be.
That is awesome. And I remember Fuljens, you were mentioning that, you know what, I'm gonna check out the Ecamm Live Academy. And then it just got so busy and we missed that time. But here you are, Fuljens, you're gonna see.
I can't wait. Yeah. And also, Adrian, you've mentioned Alicio, right? Because Alicio is a graduate from Ecamm Live. Do you have any other success stories of like people who joined, attending these 2 weeks, and like what are they doing now, and as a result of them attending the academy?
Yeah, someone from a completely different background. We had a teacher who, through COVID, had started. She'd already got a follow. Previously, she used to go almost every day. She was in the UK, and she would go to these. We call them teacher training days. Every now and again, the school kind of shuts for the day, and the staff get taught by somebody. And she used to travel around the country with this same syllabus, and she's teaching them every, exactly the same thing, day after day. All of a sudden, COVID hit. She needs to be able to go online and do this, or she didn't want to stop. She wanted to go online, realized she needed to look still professional as she showed up. Thankfully, she'd got her husband working with her, and so he's doing the Ecamm stuff on the computer. She just literally had to sit in front of the camera and talk. But they did so well, and they were doing these daily lives, and then they followed through. They then came and joined our Kajabi Academy and our Pro Video Academy. She then went on, and they've created an online course. Basically, it's exactly the same material that she would stand and teach every day. She's turned it into an online course. In probably a year, just under a year, they've hit 500K in Kajabi from this course that, again, they were saying, you know, we never thought we could turn this into an online business, but Ecamm has given us the tools. They would sit here with a green screen behind them. She would present and have a display coming up on the screen. They've turned that into instead of just going live to an audience of people on YouTube, they've then gone, let's turn this into a course. And yeah, what a success story. It's been fantastic to watch them. And he just came back now recently and went, yeah, just got to give a shout out to Adrian, and just coming into your world and seeing all these different things and the way you've trained us and helped us. It's totally changed their lives. Yeah. So yeah, there's someone, not a streamer, not a YouTuber, but someone who's delivering a course, she's teaching, just needs to look professional and know the tools to be able to do it. So yeah, we've had a lot of people like that have kind of come through and have gone, yeah, this whole season has been so powerful for us. We probably wouldn't have found Ecamm up to that point. And well, maybe I should just quickly, actually, if you don't mind. I mean, I'm out here now in the Netherlands as I record this, and we were just talking over lunch earlier. My customer, my client, who's now become a really good friend, she was just saying to me at lunchtime that she'd gone through somebody's challenge that had said you need to go live to promote this business. They'd recommended Ecamm. They spotted me through finding Ecamm, came through my Ecamm Academy, they've come through all of our academies, but to the point of them saying, actually, we want to fly you out here so you can set all this stuff up for us. Again, we would never have met if they hadn't have been pushed to go online and do this and found Ecamm. And so, yeah.
That's awesome.
It's definitely been a big platform for us to kind of partner in with Ecamm and work like this. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the tagline of taking your live streaming or your video to the next level, that goes right there. And all those two, examples that you shared. Yeah.
And I think, some people see it as, oh, so this is about live streaming, and I don't know what I'd say, and I don't know that I've got, but it isn't just, you can use Ecamm as a professional tool to, we've got lawyers and people who they'll never live stream as such, but they do need to be able to look good. They do want to be able to do presentations like this. They're maybe talking to people on Zoom calls or doing webinars and doing virtual conferences. But to be able to go through Ecamm and do it is massive, as you know. To do things like this with overlays and things in a Zoom environment, just everyone else is going, what are you doing? How are you doing that?
Right, it's taking it to the next level. Like you said, it's not. Like for example, this is pre-recorded, right? So it's just a great production, and they can do the same thing. So just like you mentioned, it's not necessarily just for people who want to live stream.
Totally, yeah. And there's a lot of courses you would know that would then strip this out maybe and make podcasts out of it as well and different things, don't they? And the whole repurposing, there's a lot of value in, Yeah. So I think sometimes people can go, oh, live streaming, that's what you do on Facebook, and you need to have a following, and you need to sort of have something really fun to talk about. And it isn't necessarily that, is it? It's actually fitting this as a tool. I think anybody on a Mac should have Ecamm. And I just
agreed.
For recording and doing this kind of stuff, there's nothing like it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm loving all the new beta.
Oh my gosh.
I'm loving the overlays, and I've just been going, yes. So thank you for your input on that. I believe you've had a big part in requesting some of these features.
Yes.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
I'm excited to get into the academy to show this to people and go, because it's always been that thing with frames and, do I have to go off and buy some, or do I need to go off and build these in another tool? But actually to go, we haven't left Ecamm, and to be able to create all this stuff, I love it, yeah.
Yes, that's what it is. Like you stay inside of Ecamm doing all of this graphics. You didn't have to leave it. It's just, 3.9 is going to be amazing. When the release comes out, people are going to, oh my gosh, like they're going to love it. They're going to love it.
And that's a good little point, actually. Sorry, while you're saying that, I'm thinking this is something so as you join the Ecamm Academy, so there's 1,500 people that have joined. Whenever we do an update, so when 3.9 hits, we will have an update ready with new videos in there. We did it with the last version when suddenly the navigation changes, an interview comes in, and suddenly the screen doesn't look the same anymore. We have to record everything again for the Academy, but all of those previous customers get all the updates and everything for life as well at no extra cost. So yes, it's this 2-week training, but you're always getting these refresher videos and updates in there, and that is yours for life, the actual training side of it.
That is great. That is great because you are walking them through not only through the course itself, right? But after, which is so important for the follow-up part of it. And then at the same time for the updates, because like you said, they're like, oh my gosh, so now I'm left alone. But you walk them through. That is great, Adrian. Wow. Okay.
And the Facebook group itself. So we do this. We heavily use a Facebook group to go live in. People are going live themselves into that group. They're interviewing each other in the group. Things like this. So we do really use. Sorry, it isn't this Facebook group. This is the one that people can join at any point.
Also, it's a private group.
Come and join that. We have and every. Tell anybody else. For every academy, we start a brand new group. So it's not all the 1,500 people. It's for those few hundred that come and join. So everyone is starting together. Everyone is on days one live together. That past the 2 weeks training, that group stays open for 3 months. So you can still come and practice and play in that group then. And then that group is available, which is our kind of anyone can join the Adrian Salisbury community group. So we say if come the end of that 3 months, typically we've done it that way because up to this point, and this is an exclusive, up to this point we've been running 4 academies a year. So that 3 month has allowed people to say, look, if you want to come back through again, you can come back through at half price as an alumni, and folk have done that. We're actually next year only going to be running the Ecamm Academy twice. So past this one in October, the next one won't come up until March. And we are putting the prices up, I'm afraid. So there is a good reason for people to jump in now and get in the academy this time around.
So let's talk about that real quick. Where do they register, Adrian?
Yep. So the link that Fuljens showed there, so ecammliveacademy.com will bring people through, or adriansalisbury.com/ecammliveacademy, and it will bring people through to this page. Thank you for sharing that. There's a little video of me on there, and you can click that button. You can scroll down the page as well, and we've really tried to fill the page with testimonials, explain a little bit about the things that you will learn. Basically anything to do with Ecamm. We don't leave anything untouched, really. We cover everything in there. It gives you a resource as well to be able to come back to and say, okay, I'm not ready for interviewing or green screen yet, but I know there's a video there when I do want it. These are some bonuses. This second bonus is kind of redundant now with the frames because I think most people will be doing this themselves after we've taught them. But yeah, these are a few bonuses that we put in, these kind of start videos and things you can do. We did some custom Stream Deck keys, and everyone gets a certificate as well. Handmade certificate. That everyone gets.
Of course, handmade certificate, so they can get it.
For some people, we were asked for this because I'm not big on LinkedIn, but for a lot of them on LinkedIn, they like to be able to say, I can put this down as an achievement, or this is a course or a qualification. Not that it's an official qualification, but if we can give a certificate to say they attended it,
it is. And Ecamm Life Academy sounds so like, yes, I graduated from the academy, so
sounds official.
They'll all be coming for interviews and expecting to join the Ecamm team next. Well, I've been through the academy. What else do I need to know?
Right.
So this is oh my God, Adrian, I am honestly very excited to be behind the scenes and just experience the academy. Yes. Because I'm pretty sure there's going to be some things that we're going to be like, just like you're saying, we're a photographer or we're editors, but the way other people do certain things are different, and it might be a little bit better in terms of workflow and things like that. So I can wait for that.
I love it. The reason we keep the daily lives, the Q&A calls, I try to have as little as possible prepared that I need to go through, because I like to leave it open and fluid. And yeah, you'll get questions, or maybe someone's asked it in the day previously, but you get a question and someone will say, oh, I'm trying to do this with it and I don't know if it will work, or I'm trying to, we did the whole thing with overlays and green screen, writing on screen and things like that. All comes out of people going, can you do this? And we sort of go, yeah, I think you could do, yeah, let's try it, and people go, I love that you're actually trying this, and it doesn't always work, but we give it a go. And yeah, it's that whole, you don't know what you don't know. And if it's a scenario or something you've never considered or thought of, you've probably never tried to do it this way. But actually to be in a scenario, to be there and hear it happening and then go, yeah, I remember that. That was on one of the lives that he showed us how you could do this. And so it's very organic, really. It kind of happens, and it's, we respond to people's questions in the chats, and so I don't really know what's going to come out of a live in that sense. I think it's great fun to be able to play with it and try new things with Ecamm.
Yeah, and I really like the fact that it is one video at a time, and allowing them to discern all the information, to absorb all the information, to try it out. Because I took a course, an online course, and they gave all the videos at once, and I wasn't paying attention to what they were doing live. I was just going through the courses, and I missed a lot of stuff,
I know, and this is again actually the first. So we've done this, so Ecamm Live Academy that started 2 years ago actually followed a YouTube Academy that a couple of months before. That was the first one we'd done online. And I expected to show up on the lives, walking them through how to build a YouTube channel. And it became really hard to try to sync things up, and someone in the chat's going, what was that? I missed that. What button did you press? And go back. And I just went, this is crazy trying to do this live with 100, 200 people watching in. Let them go and work through it on the videos. They can pause it, they can rewind it, they can speed it up or slow it down at will. We have some people say, I had to watch it through 3 times, but I got it because it's, they're just not used to this. And it frees us up then to use those lives to really just be able to chat and talk. And we also try with, there are a lot of videos in here, and I haven't just gone, right, here's day one's video, we're going to walk through scenes. We've actually gone, or overlays maybe is a better example. We've actually gone video overlays, text overlays, countdown overlays, all of these different. So there's, what I hope is that there's an index that you get at the end of this, that if you want to know how to use a green screen or your microphone or how to sync up the audio or something like that, there is some of the videos are literally like 1 or 2 minutes long because they're super easy to do. But I'd rather break them down into little bite-sized chunks, so afterwards it's very easy to not be going, which video was that in? But it makes total sense, and you'll see this.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
that is great, because I don't know about you, Fuljens, and you, Adrian, at first, I don't know, but when I first started, I was like, I didn't know what an overlay was called. I didn't know any of that.
Lower
so
third.
I was like, right, I didn't know what it was, a lower third, I didn't know it was a camera overlays. I was like, what is going on? So you breaking it down like that, well, no wonder they say so many great things about the Academy.
And you'll find, as we don't talk about bokeh, we talk about blurry backgrounds and things like that. That's kind of my, when it's like ISO audio, and I remember going, what's ISO audio? So I really try to strip out the jargon as much as possible and just talk in very simple. I think. Oh my gosh! I like this. Yes. He's simple. Yeah.
Right.
Yes, that's great. Right. That's great, but Adrian, you know how ISO, right? ISO. So when I first heard ISO audio, I was like, ISO what? In photography, right? And I went like, ISO what?
They must have got the word wrong. Yeah.
Right.
Yes. It's like, oh my God. But anyway, oh my gosh, Fuljens, do you have any questions for Adrian?
I'm so excited and looking forward to
this the new semester, basically.
Right.
Even although we'll be behind the scenes, I still feel like I'm a student, you know, when it comes to Adrian. This is going to be awesome.
Right? Yes. And Adrian, I'm curious about this, and I don't know if you guys in the audience are curious about this. So, Fuljens, let's go back to Adrian's camera, please.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Go.
Right?
I know what's coming.
Right. Okay. So, Adrian, do talk to us about why do you like the framing looking, tight? I like it. I like it that way too. But I want to hear from you. Why do you choose it that way?
Yeah, and I know. So I'm on a Sony camera here, and I've got a 30mm lens on this. Where I know a lot of people like the 16, which is at the side of me somewhere, to get that wide angle, to see a lot of the background and things. And I don't think there's a right and a wrong. What I've found over time really is I've had a lot of people say, I like your videos because it just feels like you're there in front of me. There's this eye contact and I feel like I can't look away because, I'm talking to you and it feels rude to be. And I realized, and actually I was heading out to Social Media Marketing World a couple of years ago with Ecamm. And I'm listening to a podcast from some clever psychologist, and he was talking about, and it was on the Social Media Examiner podcast, but I'll find it if you want. But he was talking about this cropping, and he said about your images as well, that you will get more response and things in social media on a tighter cropped in photo. People will look at it more. They will, what he was saying was that there's this personal space, and he called it a cocktail party proximity, that it's this sort of 3 foot space, picturing yourself there standing having a conversation with someone at the cocktail party. This is an intimate space, and what he was saying is try doing this. You guys are pretty much in the same space anyway. We're talking here about not being stood further back, and I relate myself. In fact, I was just saying this today to these customers. We were setting this up, and I'm talking about this tight crop. And I said, to me, it's that feeling of like, if I'm standing at the back of a small training room and there's maybe 50 people in here, and I feel like, okay, I'm quite close to them, but they're up there, and I'm not quite getting this personal touch. Whereas if I were to stand and talk to them afterwards, this speaker, we're this kind of distance, or it feels like we're this distance, I'm totally locked in. This feels like the highest value. I'm having a one-to-one here. And for me, I want to create that, which is why, and I know I'd take flack for this, I'm not into having a microphone in shot and things like this, because again, I want this to feel as natural as possible, as you and I are just standing face to face. And I feel that comes through with this tight crop. It doesn't work always when you're then needing to bring this in and suddenly you're losing, all of a sudden it does feel a bit in your face. But yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. And I didn't know why I liked it, but it makes sense. Like everything you said just makes sense. And like when I do my shows, right, I have a tight crop. I just didn't know why I had that tight crop, but I speak to an audience, so I want to be close to them. Yeah. That's an explanation.
You see others that, and like I say, there's not a right and a wrong, but you can be further back and you can see the whole desk in front of you and things like this. And again, I've done that, I've tried that, I've set it up, and I just go, I don't feel as much like, hang on, come in close. This is just you and me talking now. And I was exactly the same as you, Anna, that I'm listening. I was on the flight out to Social Media Marketing World, and I literally said to my wife, this is why I do it. I don't know why this works, but I like it and I know it works. And this guy's just telling me that it's actually a thing. So it's that. And I love that phrase, you don't know what you don't know. And I think it's, suddenly I didn't know that was a thing, but I was just like you going, this just sort of works and I like it.
That's
So, yeah.
awesome.
So keep it up.
That's great. That's great. And like you said, like, you know, if your streams, your content requires, or you know, the wider shot, then by all means. But if it's a little bit more intimate, I do, you know, the crop, the tight crop, I really like it. I really like it. What about you guys? What do you choose? What are your crops? But yeah.
And it is personal preference at the end, you know, and it's, again, what you're trying. Is it more of a show that you're doing? Are you doing product reviews and things? Absolutely. I can't be demonstrating something here and trying to bring it up on camera. I need that more space to do it. But if this is, typically my customer would be a course creator who is just wanting to be able to show up and do tutorials and things that will put overlays and that on after. And so yeah, so that's what I say. It's not to say one's right and one's wrong, and I don't want to see any hate in the chat.
No, our viewers are amazing. Our viewers are awesome. They're awesome. But Adrian, so does that mean, and maybe Fuljens, you were thinking this, does that mean that you will also cover lightly equipment, since you mentioned blur background and things like that? Does the Academy cover something like that?
It doesn't. Yeah, I thought that actually as I said it. The Academy is purely Ecamm.
Okay.
You know, it's all running you through Ecamm. We do talk, there are a few videos in there talking about preparing you for a live and things, some tips and that for interviewing. What I do is I show up on the Saturday as a bonus live, really, and I talk about equipment, and I go through 3 keys to a professional quality video, and I choose your background or your set, your equipment, and yourself. So yes, we do get on, and what people love is I bring in another camera and show you exactly this isn't me at home at the minute, this is somebody else's, but we've got actually exactly the same setup here, and people love it. And I'll say, yeah, this is my camera, this is this, here's an equipment list, but actually my Pro Video Academy, and we do give a decent discount as well for anyone that wants to come. It doesn't suit everybody, because if you've already got cameras and things set up, it's not for you. But if you're there on a webcam going, I'd love to be able to look like that, then the Pro Video Academy is a great next step for people. So we do cover it. And what is useful in that is actually having a look at some, I love to bring up about 4 examples of like behind the scenes, because no one ever sees this, no one ever sees other than this. And we bring up people who have got, you know, really messy rooms around them and stuff, or they're in a garage, and people go, oh wow, that was really useful, because I thought I needed to have this perfect studio space, and there could be a bed in front of me for all you know what I mean? So it's quite liberating to say to people that tend to tell me it would be great if I'd got that space.
Right.
Okay, I don't need to wait till I've got that. I can absolutely get going now. I'm just slightly conscious I'm sticking on here. I'm sorry about this. I'm, as I say, I'm at somebody else's home at the minute, and I'm using their internet, and it's not as fast.
No worry about it. You come in, and it's not freezing too much. You're good. You're good.
Okay,
it's not freezing too much.
But yeah,
and the message is clear.
They'll be going,
yeah.
This guy, what does he know? He can't even get his internet feed.
No, you guys, no. Yeah, you're freezing a little bit.
Yeah.
But Adrian, behind the scenes, like you said, it gives people it just expands their creativity, because just like you mentioned, they were like, oh my gosh, I need the bigger space, and because they don't know what's behind it, they don't know the lens, that the lens actually helps out big time in small spaces. So seeing it like that, it just opens up, because it's the different compartment of the brain. It's gonna be like, oh my god.
Yeah. And this as well, you know, you would know this really with the different zooms that you can put on these lenses. So if I've got a 16mm on here, well, it suddenly probably adds another meter either side to me that I've got to tidy up. Right. And actually bringing this in, again, this tight crop tends to, it kind of comes at a fairly narrow beam rather than sort of shooting out at an angle. So again, there might be a reason where you go, yeah, I haven't got that much space, but I could carve out a little bit. And this again might be a reason to go for this tighter crop.
Right.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love it, Adrian. This is so great. We cannot wait. And you guys, you can just go. It's live right now. The link is live, so you can just go there, click it, register. It is only $129, and it is so worth it. You heard all the great content, all the great information that you're going to be learning. You heard how there's a follow-up, how there's a community, an intimate community of of your peers who are going to be there, which then you can take it farther because it's going to be a community. Adrian, you have done amazing. I'm really yes. I'm like I don't want to say like proud, excited, honored. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Honored. Okay.
We've had some great stories of people that have kind of realized they're in the same county or in the same industry and gone, we should collab on this. They've done an interview together in the group, and then they've gone off and actually started working together and doing all this. And we haven't had any marriages yet. We haven't had any Ecamm Academy marriage, but who knows? But friendships, I shouldn't put that on the marketing material, but the friendships you make could go way beyond this, really. And yeah, it's lovely to see.
Right.
So you guys, Adrian is going to be in the comments. So if you have any questions for Adrian, you can write it. He will come back and answer your questions and guide you through it. You can, Adrian, if they want to say, ask you an additional question, is there any way that they can contact you separately?
Yeah, absolutely. You'll see me in the chats on here. So you can tag me and come back to me from that. You can email me if you want to, adrian@adriansalisbury.com. You could head to our webpage and just find me on any of our social media channels, and I'll come back to you as quickly as I can. Yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
Yes, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, Adrian, it was amazing having you here. It was amazing having you.
Loved it. Yeah, really appreciated it. It's great to meet you too.
Yes, our Fuljens. Any last
minute? You're busy over there, but I haven't had a chance to really connect. And I think there's a lot of us in here now, sort of busy helping and serving, and it's been really nice actually to meet up. And maybe one day in the flesh we'll meet up at some big Ecamm get together.
Yes, that would be amazing.
Yeah. Let's have a hint. Katie, we all want to get together.
Right.
Yes, right? She'll be like, I'm on it.
Right.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
Right.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Having you on ENN was on our bucket list for quite some time, so it was just an honor having you here, Adrian. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Yes, bye, Adrian. Have a great day.
Okay, thank you so much. Bye.
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 That was amazing.
That was
amazing.
Fun. That was fun. Like, that was cool to do a pre-recording and be able to be in the chat. That was cool.
Right? That was really cool. What do you guys think about it? I mean, you guys were great in the comments. All the questions that you have, Adrian is going to come and answer them. As you heard, you can go to his website, Adrian Salisbury, and just check it out. You can, like as Paul said in the comments, an email went out. Just check it out. Glenda just said that she found it in her spam. So if you're an alumni and you want to join again, just check that out. Fuljens?
Yeah, absolutely. And we had an amazing conversation going on in the chat. Because like the conversation about the crop of your lens, right? Because there's people whose team Sigma 16, such as myself, but I don't have my lens is like an arm length away from me or a little bit further away, right? But I like it that way, right? Because I have a really big head, so it wouldn't make sense for me to use like a 24-70 lens, right, and crop into my big head. So I want to be a little bit further away, and the way mine is like, it's kind of like angled down a little bit. This way I could narrow my big head and show a little bit more of my torso, but your crop is amazing, and I've seen like you like to come even closer. You like an even tighter crop, right? But to each their own, right?
Yeah,
it's not about the crop; it's about the creator.
I just have it this wide here because Fuljens is like I don't want mine that crop, so we have to kind of match. But I really like it. There's something about it. There's something about it. But Fuljens, you look great. I mean, just like we're saying, it's to each his own. And if
Right.
you have a big head, I guess you just use a 16.
But even if you have a 16, you could bring because like I used to have the 16 on the desk, like right in front of me, right? I used to be like, I would be able to touch my lens with my finger, right? So you could even get a tighter crop with the 16, and you could even get a
Yeah.
blurrier background because you're at that 1.4 and you're closer to your lens. So it's cool.
Yeah, it's just playing around. It's just playing
Hmm.
around. So here it is. Oh, of course. Look at this. Yes. Yes, I.
Oh
Right, it
man.
is. Right, it is. You guys, this has been great. We are going to be in the academy. We're going to be joining in and experiencing it. It
Yeah.
sounds so good. And Adrian sounds like such an amazing teacher. We'll be able to experience that from there. Fulgence, you wanted to join it for so long.
Yeah, now we got our wish. We got our wish. It's gonna be awesome. So like, okay, thank you so much, Adrian, for inviting us.
For
That's
sure. Oh my
amazing. Yeah.
gosh, yes.
What's going on now? You see, some people have big heads too, right? But they got the. Let's to each their own. To each their own. But me, I'm like
Right.
my head is too big for tight crops.
Tie crops, hats, like they have to make special hats for Fulgence also. It's like, yeah. And next week, you guys remember, next Monday, we're going to be celebrating Fulgence's birthday and have many more surprises. So make
Oh
sure
my gosh.
you.
What's up, Rob? That's somebody else I missed. Like it was
Yes.
so good seeing you, Rob, in person, man. And it was like Rich Graham. We did the ENN recap for POV on day one, and I was standing next to Doc, and you were on the screen, and like, oh, Fulgence is really tall. Damn, I didn't know Fulgence was tall. Doc was like, hold my microphone for a minute. You want to see tall? Hey,
That
yo,
was so
Rob.
fun.
Bring Rob over here. Rob is like 7 feet tall, towering over both myself and Doc.
That was the most fun stream. You guys should check it out. It's right on the YouTube Ecamm Live, and you can see. I believe that was day one of
That
people
was
the
day
video.
one.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I uploaded my lighting picture. Sorry, my producer insisted in being in the picture. Okay. Okay. What is it he is a female, male? Your little producer. I saw a picture of them. Okay.
David, you're being too nice.
No, but thank you so much, Kelly. Thank you. Yeah. Right? That's like, yes, we planned this, Keely. Like Fulgence, I'm like, Fulgence, listen. So this is
Right.
how it has to, but it was
That was
great.
cool.
This is
That was
yeah,
cool.
it was fun.
And
It
I
was so much
and
fun.
I and we also noticed that there are some people who had other Ecamm Live Academy related questions. So we'll make sure we get those over to Adrian because apparently it's way past Adrian's bedtime. So
Right.
he
Yeah.
popped in
Yeah.
earlier, but we understand that he couldn't stay for the whole thing.
Yeah, but he did mention that he was going to go through the comments. So any questions that you have, if you wrote a Q next to it and you still have time to do it now, if you
Hmm.
didn't, and just type a Q in first and then your question so that he can find it because that's the way he will filter it
Yeah.
to be able to answer all of your questions.
Felicia has an amazing question for you, Anna.
Okay. Yes, I have a 2470 beautiful 2.8 Nikon. This lens lives on my camera. I love it. That's it. And I make it really tight when I'm not with Fulgence on my show. And it looks beautiful. It looks even more beautiful. So, yes, that's what it is.
Definitely, definitely.
Yes.
And I love that your LUT, when I'm there in your studio, it's like shiny forehead free for me or like sweat free. So it's like you can really notice it. So
Yeah, it's called
amazing.
no sweat. It's called no
It's
sweat.
called no sweat on a LUT.
No sweat and a lot. Just for Fulgence.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I love the production on your end.
you know? And so Fulgence, I think that's for you. They're talking big head to big head.
Oh man. Yeah, and also that's another thing. David Hunt brings a good point, right? So in Ecamm, you have your camera effects where you can zoom in and get that tighter crop too, even with the 16.
Mhm,
So
that is
so many,
60.
so many ways. There's so
Yeah.
many ways.
Yeah. And you guys, another thing that Not sure if you knew, but all the overlays that you see here tonight
are designed directly in Ecamm Live's text interface using only Ecamm Live text overlays. And if you are new here, Anna and I have a show called Building Blocks where we teach you how to design directly inside of Ecamm Live using the text overlays. So head on over to youtube.com/Anna and Fuljens where you can check out our tutorials. We will not be live for Building Blocks tonight, right? Because we are spent. We are spent. This has been like amazing and just like packed full, energy packed weekend. And we would like just, to chill for a little bit.
And
We will
not
be
only
back.
right, and not only that, but my children are like haven't seen me in 4 days, and
Oh,
my
yeah.
boy just came in for like just
They all miss
about
you.
15 minutes before I went live, and they're like, and I'm like, hugs, kisses, baby, I'll see you soon. So
They all miss
yeah,
you. They all miss
yeah.
you. Yeah,
Right,
totally
I know,
understandable.
Paul. I know. We will be back. I know, Paul. We're gonna miss you,
But
but
we'll be back
we're
on the birthday night, right?
if you want to, it's your birthday night.
Well,
Is you do whatever you want.
the night before the birthday, I should say.
Right. And your birthday eve.
Right. And also on my birthday eve, we have a huge surprise. Huge surprise for the Ecamm community. We're not saying that's all we're saying. This surprise is huge. It's huge.
So make sure you tune in.
That's all we can say.
That is it is you know how huge it is, you guys? It's bigger than Fulgens's head.
Thank you. Listen, I need a sound effect for that. There you go. That's all I got. That's all I got.
David, no. No, go back. Go to Building Blocks and check out all the videos that we have put together, and you'll be great. You'll see us there. But as Fulgens said, on the eve of Fulgens' birthday, we have amazing news for you. So make sure you tune in.
It's bigger than Rob is tall. Yes, it's that big.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So
It's that big.
listen. No,
Oh my gosh.
there is a story behind it. There's a story behind that.
Check out our session at Leap Into Live for more information.
That was when it was. That was
Yeah.
when it was.
That's when it took off. That's when it really took off.
You guys, listen, fam, we appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you so much for being here, for your comments, for being so kind on the chat and welcoming our new members who are just joining into the community or thinking about purchasing Ecamm. This is amazing. Paul, thank you so much. Fulgens.
Yes, yes. We cannot do it without you, and there would be no ENN without you. There would be no Building Blocks without you all. You, the community, you, the family, are what makes us, successful at what we do. So thank you so much. We really, really appreciate you all.
Aw, Paul. Thank you so much. We love you too. We honestly, thank you so much. So, Laura, Fulgens.
Adrian's Ecamm Academy is the best. I took his academy while trying the free version, and because for his training, I decided to purchase the pro and have not looked back. Yes, 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 yes. And it's so amazing, like how, we're talking about like people like had the jitters when they're getting on camera for the first time and everything like that. And it just like reminds me of my day one, right? And that was December 8th, 2020. And I know so that's gonna pretty soon will make 1 year, like when I just went live for myself, like, I just put myself in front of that camera for like, and I can go back and find that stream and you hear like after I hit the go live button, the first thing you hear come out of my mouth was like, you hear that on the live stream, right? In the Ecamm Live community. Like you hear this deep breath, but I'll never forget that day. So, and a lot happened from that day, after that day, heading into 2021. I call that like the peak of the pivot, and I'm pretty sure like you and I, Anna, we'll go more into that like just our journey as creators and our journey as like meeting each other, maybe like on our like the 1 year anniversary at ENN, or maybe in December, right? So we'll just go into that because like it's just such an amazing story that we were able to share some of that with some people at POV, and they were just like blown away by it. So I love sharing that story, and I can't wait to share with you all pretty soon.
Definitely. Definitely. So you guys remember, if you have any questions for Adrian, even after the show ends, if you're watching the replay, just make sure you add a queue before, because Adrian will be looking for that to be able to answer your questions. And whether you are in the community or on YouTube, you can do the same thing, but just start your question with a queue. If you have a comment, just write it. If you have a comment for Adrian, if you're an alumni and you would like to share how great of a teacher and how great the Academy was, so that then others who are in the comments considering it can read your experience, just like you guys have been doing, which has been amazing. It's been great. So yes, there we go. Look at this. Okay, let me add this from the amazing Paul.
Paul should just trademark that or put it on a shirt. Where's Sylvia?
A shirt.
Tonight?
Oh
Where's
my gosh,
Sylvia?
She should probably show up afterwards.
Paul, reach out to Sylvia and ask for that to become a shirt.
I would so wear that shirt.
Me too.
Yeah, I would so wear that shirt. Okay, here we go. All right, you guys have an amazing night. We will be seeing you next Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube, Ecamm Network, and LinkedIn. Feel free to share this content if you feel like some of your friends will benefit from it. We will appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mike. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. All right, you guys, have an amazing, yes, have an amazing night. We'll see you all next Monday on Fuljens' birthday eve night. My name is Anna Hill.
And I'm Fuljens Henry.
And you're watching Ecamm Network News. Bye, you guys.